decent number. Any guesses? Average U.S. credit score.
600.
600? A little. It's actually higher than that. Like I said, I was surprised that it was actually a decent number.
750.
7 what?
750.
750, closer. So it's actually 710. So I was surprised because anything 740 or 750 and above is considered like really good credit. So it's actually 710. I thought it was going to be in the 600s. So that was actually surprising, but that's good. But U.S. income is lower than Canada. So like I said, we gotta step up our game here, U.S. But I think we're gonna get started here. So, all right, yeah, we're gonna get started here. So welcome everybody. Thank you for being here on this nice morning. Yeah, it's pretty nice outside in Southern California here and wherever you guys are. Unless you're in Maryland and it's raining and hot and humid. And some people don't like that. Some people do. I like the humidity. But we are here today for our Saturday morning meeting. And we have the 30 by 30 campaign. If you're not aware, we are trying to financially educate 30 million families by the year 2030. We hit our goal in 2020 of 1 million families, and I think it started in 2018 or 2019. So it was only a year or two, and we did 1 million families. And so now we have the very big goal of 30 million families by the year 2030. So we got a lot of work to do. I think we're a little over 2 million now, so we still have about 27 point something million to go. And then for today, if you are a guest and someone invited you here, we have a vet doing the campaign intro. So if you're going for that, make sure you have the parentheses around or at the end of your name, parentheses, and put new, put that after your name. And then if you're for the campaign intro in Spanish, we have Claudia today. And same thing, put parentheses and put new, but then put new SP. So put new SP after your name, put that in parentheses. That'll take you to the Spanish campaign intro. And then finally, we have the workshop number 1, Building Savings and Wealth. And that's going to be from my dad, Brian Payne. And so that one is going to be for the workshop. If you're here for the workshop 1, Building Savings and Wealth, put parentheses and then put WS for workshop after your name. So go ahead. Everybody's going to introduce themselves. We're going to go in order. Yvette, Claudia, and then Brian. Go ahead. Take it away.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, everyone, especially for our special guest this morning. So my name is Yvette Lakihan, and I will be conducting our campaign overview, campaign intro. So I'm looking forward to chatting with you in the next room. So back to you, Tyler. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Go ahead, Claudia.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Buenos días a todos. Today, I'm going to go ahead and be directing the Spanish intro. So everybody's welcome with their guests and everybody. So thank you, and we'll look forward to see you in the other room. Thanks.
All right. And for those of you here for workshop, my name is Brian Payne, been with the company over 20 years, and I will be presenting workshop 1 today. That's Building Savings and Wealth. So make sure you have WS in parentheses so the moderator can go ahead and get you in the right room for workshop, or obviously for the other two for a vet, do new or new SP for Spanish. And we'll see you guys in the other room. Thank you so much. Looking forward to it. Back to you, Tyler.
All right, guys. So guests, go ahead and click the join button when you're invited to join, and you will be put into all your rooms that you need to go into. So now that that's getting finished, Now I'm going to bring up our host for this morning is the awesome, wonderful, amazing Jose Ortiz. Go ahead, Jose, take it away.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Hey, let's all stand up. Come on, it's Saturday morning. Those of you who are in the other side of, hey, I want to see how your belly looks. So please, everyone, stand up. Stand up. We got to see everyone out there. All right. Awesome. Yeah, there he goes. Okay. All right. So we're going to do a great whoosh. All right. We're about I would say like 12 days before the convention. So we got to get ready and we're going to do this really nice and sharp. So we're going to do a whoosh, all right? So everyone, 1, 2, 3. All right, awesome. Hey, are you guys excited? Because I am very excited. You know what? I was not supposed to be the host today, but guess what? We always gotta be ready because you never know when you're gonna be called. And so this is part of our being ready whenever a client also calls us. And we gotta be out there. I mean, this is a real business, for real business, and we always gotta be ready. So my name is Jose Ortiz. I'm from Wilshire Financial Center. Yes! Yeah. We can see a big shout out there, Mr. Jung, our great leader from our office here. Also Henry, and we also have Albert, and Carmen. Hey, that's great. I think our group is growing already. I think we're defeating the pandemic. Please don't take your mask off yet, but you're highly recommended. You're not mandated, but you're highly recommended to use your mask still on because the outbreak in Los Angeles is still going. So yeah, I look taller now, don't I? Awesome. All right, so we're going to start with our announcements. All right, and so let's see if that works. Great, awesome. Let's see. All right, I think everybody can see this. So these are the upcoming events. All right, and we're gonna go real quick on this. And hey, it's not a matter of choice here, okay? It's a matter of that you have to open up your camera and you gotta be seen. So the one on the left side is not an option, all right? You gotta look very sharp every morning and every Wednesday and every time that you're called, especially if you're gonna see a client, you have to look very presentative. Your business depends on how you're gonna look. So open up your Zoom video because again, as I said, this is a real business, all right? The other thing is that before this training ends, we'll get together on our different teams, our different offices. So we need to send you to the right group. So you need to write down in parentheses your leader or your SMD or your CEO initials in parentheses after your name. So that way you'll be sent to the right chat room, all right? I think we all should know this by now. All right, and again, this is a real business, and with a real business, there are meetings, there are trainings, and this is the whole schedule. We should all know by now, by heart, what the schedule is, but if you don't, if you're new to this Zoom meeting, please take a picture of it, and because this is very important, all right? So Wednesdays, we get together at 5:30, with the WSB Titan and with the WSB team meeting. And also right after that, we all get together at 6:30 and we get our training at 7 p.m. Saturday, the same thing too. Those who feel like you have in your heart that you want to be a leader, that you want to lead a team, you are actually invited to join us at 9 a.m. It's a different Zoom number. So get a copy again, take a picture of this, and we all get together at 9 a.m. Why is this important? Because this is where we prepare, not just we get trained by our head coach, Mr. John Woo, but also we prepare the whole week. What's going to happen? What are the latest news that we have and so forth. So it's very important. Then at 10 o'clock, this is the meeting at 10 o'clock. So we are all called to join as well. Sundays, we also have the next Legacy Builder webinar, which is the young kids, which I am part of it too. It's a joke, okay? You guys gotta laugh. No, this is for the sons and daughters of the leaders of WLB. They all get together on Sundays at 6 o'clock. So, but if you feel that you have a young heart, you are also welcome to join as well, all right? So this is where the new builders are being built. And one of the greatest things, actually, I'm gonna talk about it later on, but we're gonna have a great training this Sunday. Then at 7 o'clock, we also have the WLB community call where we are all called, and the young gun is the one actually running this. So it's very important for all of us to join these meetings, all right? These are all the national workshop, WLB national workshop. So if you have a new guest or a new team member, they have to be they have to go to the workshops so they know exactly what's going on, what we do, and how we also get help ourselves. All right, Titan X. All right, who is going to Egypt? Open up your microphone and make some noise.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes. There we go. See, only 3 people. Oh man, come on, guys. I think that we gotta do a little more than that. All right. So again, this is very exciting. I think that the qualifications are there, and I think it's gonna be a great event there. All right. So this is a video, and hopefully it doesn't. Oh, what happened? Oh, there it goes.
We're not hearing any sound.
Uh-oh. Well, there's a reason why there was no sound, because I want everyone to focus into this, all right? G22, hey, there's no option in this case, okay? We all have to go. We got to bring our family. We got to bring our team members, and we are all required, or better yet, mandated to go to this great convention where we're all going to gather at Dallas. And I'm just excited because we haven't had this for a while. And so I just want to see a lot of you guys in person, meet a lot of you in person. You know, I want to meet Daniel and take a picture with him also and see how, measure myself, and see how tall I am or how short he is. All right. So this is going to be something great. All right. And what happened? I think I've frozen here. All right. If you haven't registered yet, the only thing I can say is shame on you. All right. You got up until noontime today to register. All right. And also with that comes a promotion. All right. And this was supposed to end on July 20th before the convention at Dallas, but it has been extended until August 31st. So this is great. I think a lot of us are gonna take advantage of this because it's really easy, really, really, really. So take a picture of this, all right? If you need any further information on how to do it, talk to your leaders, okay? And they will help you out. how to set up a plan to do this ASAP. All right. All right. Young Gun. You know what? I almost got caught out this. I almost didn't qualify for the month of July, but by a little hair, I was able to get to stay in. And this is very important because this is where we get trained on how to be leaders, how to grow up our business. And so it is very important for everyone to qualify and be part of the Young Gun. This program has been organized so that way our business can grow. And so, but if you just want to be part of these, if you want to treat this just as a club, it's okay. You don't have to. But if you want to take this as a real business, this is where you have to be part of, and you have to qualify for it. So again, take a picture. I won't take much time for it, but you need to qualify. Ask your leader how to qualify and make a plan for the month of August. All right. And again, these are the requirements. All right. Social Security workshops. Hey, this is great. I'm also a registered Social Security analyst, and me and some other people as well. Yvette is another one. I know she's doing a great job. She is actually going to different offices to present in this workshop. Do you need to know when you need to retire? What are the requirements? What is all those information that is not given out there? We actually have prepared on this workshop. So this is going to happen on Saturday, July 16th, which is going to be next Saturday at 2 p.m. And this is going to be at Brian Payne's office in Orange office. And take a picture of it. The address is 1835 West Orangewood in Orange County. It's going to be right after today's our training. So if you're not going to be able to make it, I believe that it's going to be passed through Zoom. So get the phone number there and call them and see. Please. Not even please, you have to actually, if you want to be informed, and this is very important because a lot of that information you can bring it out to the community out there. There's a lot of people that are that are in the process of retiring and they don't know what to do. So this is one thing that we can actually help our community out there. All right, this is what I wanted to say. Tomorrow, July 10th, Mr. Jung, our SCVC, our leader, our mentor, is going to be actually mentoring the next legacy builder. So if you are below 50 years old, you can be part of this young group generation. No, I'm kidding. But if you have a young soon-to-be leader, this is where you need to bring him tomorrow at 6 o'clock. All right. It is a new, a different Zoom ID and a new different password. Actually, no, it's the same password. But you're gonna be trained today, so I think this is a great treat. I may going to be joining too. I may not qualify because of my age, but I will sneak in. I think it's gonna be a great training. So take a picture of it and join this for tomorrow. All right. And recognition. You know what? If you have a job or if you own a business, you never get recognized for the extra things that you do. But here, this is one of the greatest things that we do actually. So if you have any new promotion licenses, if you qualify for any of the programs that we have, if you have a new campaigner, if you help a family, if you have a guest, or if you added anybody in the counter or anything that you did to help out, build up your team and build up your business, please raise your hand and share what you've done this week. All right. So one at a time. Who wants to go first? And of course, Mr. Jin is going to go first. Go ahead, Jin.
Hello, WLB. How are you guys doing? I'm very glad to be here today. Thank you so much, Mr. Jose. I'm very excited because, the team is growing. Everybody is aligned. Especially, we're very excited because, we're trying to reach out to as much people as we can. So right now we're building big here in Maryland and Virginia, and at the same time I'm working closely with this family, Josh Falania and Cheryl Falania. She's actually here today, and I just want to introduce her a little bit. If she can share a little bit about her experience so far with our campaign. She just got a new campaigner 4 days ago. That's why she's very excited. So, Miss Cheryl, if you're in the line, can you share us a little bit about yourself, who you are, your background, and what are you looking forward, to accomplish with us in the next couple of months? Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Cheryl Filonia, here from Greenbelt in the Maryland office. And I'd like to thank, for inviting me today's meeting. This is actually my first time to be part of our team meeting. And yeah, a little bit about myself. Of course, I'm from the Philippines. I came to the United States back in 2005, a special educator teacher. So I've been teaching in a public school for 15 years now. So yeah, and when I was introduced to this company, actually last year during the pandemic, I feel a little bit interested, because this pandemic, it's kind of, as far as job is concerned, thinking about having this as a part-time, it seems like it's too much for me. It's so stressful. So in other words, I didn't really, put my mind, my effort on it. In other words, all the effort that I had, was expired, all the pre-licensing stuff like that. But then again, maybe this is for me because, this year it was again introduced to me, but this time it was my son, Josh Filonia, who really inspired me to take this cause seriously. And, and so I have seen him after he joined, like a couple of days. I saw him so determined, so persistent, so passionate about the campaign. And so I told myself, I said, oh, I wanted my son to be successful. And so I said, I want to support you. So little did I know, when, I saw this presentation again, it captured my heart, my mind, that I can also do this, being his partner in this business. So here I am. I am so excited to learn, to run, to grow more, and educating people out there. So yes, I am very excited, and I thank everyone for all your, your patience with me, or my, senior leaders here in Maryland, especially. Also, not to mention our Kuya Ernie, is in Houston right now, with the with the push that they are doing with me, that that I can I can make I can be with this.
I got a
can be
question for
successful.
you, Cheryl.
Yes.
Do you know exactly what you need to do? Cheryl, listen.
Yes.
Do you know exactly what you need to do?
Not really, I think. I don't know.
Okay, you have a great leader, Jean Lumbao. What you need to do is you need to listen exactly what he commands you to do, and you do it. All right?
Yes, I agree with you.
And if you do that, you're going to be a great leader. We need as many teachers, people, educators come aboard. Those are the great leaders that I know that are going to be great in this business, not just because you're going to build your business, but you're going to help families out there. So thank you for sharing. And again, just follow Gene. Gene is a great friend of mine. I know he's a great leader, and he's going to train you. He's going to guide you through everything that you need to do. Awesome.
Thank you,
That's
thank
great.
you.
All right. Now we have Mohammed. I believe that he needed to share something.
Yes.
Take over.
Everybody, I just want to share the personal to family for this week, and I have right now I have a guest in the campus in another room. We had more personal than just a Zoom. So we asking when they come to the office for learning. And I have one of the associates in the office, what she's sharing about activity arena.
Hello, everybody. I'm very proud to be part of this office, and I would like to say huge thank you, Ahmed and Lisa. They've been helping a lot. I'm halfway of my MD promotion of my points, and this extension is a thing as well. I'll still try to make before 2020th. And I'm hoping to have recruits by 20th.
Hey, we got a guest in the house today, so I'd like to invite Chris Abad also, who wants to share what he did this week. So go ahead.
Yes. Okay.
Awesome.
So, where's it at? Here? Okay. Yes. Hey, good morning, WLB. My name is Chris Abad. And actually, I'm here with, I'm so proud because I'm here at John Woo's office and looking at these beautiful faces right here. And this Sunday, I'm in the Saturday morning. But anyways, just want to introduce, I have actually 4 guests here. They're all nurses from San Diego. So San Diego and Illinois, right? So they actually, all of them joined the business as well. And they did also their JOS and everything. So just proud of it. And thank you very much.
Awesome. Let's give a big hand. All right. That's great. All right. Anybody else want to share?
Yeah, say, can I share?
Please.
Hi, my name is Arna Moscoso from Atlantic City Maze Landing Financial Center. Actually, we have 1 campaigner in the base, and just to let everybody know here, especially for those who are campaigning also for Heartland Institute of Financial Education, for those who have children. I would like to let you know that this year, I can say that it's free for my son for the college, but the only thing that we have to pay is $5. So I would like to ask maybe Noel Blanco could send me $5 so that I could say that it's free. And my son was even making a joke. He said, how can we do a payment plan for this $5? So if we don't do payment plan for this $5, can we just pay it now? Because, you know, if we're late, we're going to pay $50. So, and I'm going to take this opportunity for those who are in Yangon. If you're going to send your pictures, please send the professional copy of your picture, especially a solid background. Thank you, Luce.
Awesome. All right. We got 1 more person.
Okay, Jose. This is Ellen. Carmelita is here with me, and also our team member here in Maryland. So Carmelita wants to share.
Hi, everybody. I'm here in Maryland with my coach, Ellen Blanco. And tomorrow we had a big BPM at the house of one of my members. And they are confirmed there are 30 people who will attend tomorrow. So we are so happy, you know, and we would like to reach also Virginia and Washington, D.C. to invite them also for the G22. Thank you for letting me share.
Awesome.
All right.
That's great. All right. So without further ado, I'll actually like to get into the business now. We have great trainings today. And for the first trainers, I like to introduce these 2 individuals. One that I know her very close. This person, it's sometimes she even makes me cry because she shares things that are very profound. But also, we got someone from Canada that when I heard how hard she worked to become licensed, I was just amazed. And I think she's an inspiration. So these two people are going to be sharing about the big event, how the big event impacted them and their business. So please help me welcome Katie Kongmani from Canada and Ria Canlas from Los Angeles. Give me a big hand, please. All right, take it away.
All right, thank you, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Katie Kongmani. My SMD is Mr. Hassan Gatub. I'm in business since 2009 until now. I like to share my own story that I went to a convention in 2009. I don't have money, okay? I broke the piggy bank. I broke my husband's piggy bank that he been saved up for 2 years, and it's a loony toony in there. So I need to fight. Go to. I remember that time. This is first convention. This is Las Vegas.
$60 give to you.
Yes, and then and the flight I can find out from my my piggy bank and the cost of the food. And I remember he gave it to me $100 and to spend for the food, and for 5 days, and then I just very struggling, and because I struggling because the convention that I've been there 2009, and quite a few key speaker, keynote speaker, they talk about the life changings even, and I did not quite get it in the first time, and it a little bit when I listened to it about 15 to 20 minutes, and I digested into myself. I say I'm not only the one who's struggling, who don't have money, the leader who success, who make $1 million, who make $500,000, they don't have money too. Some of them, they even declare themselves bankruptcy when they enter into the WFG, WSB. So I said to myself, I'm not only one. I even lost in my restaurant and go to a lot of financial hardship. And be honest to you, I have no choice, and I just have to go there, see if this is for me, or this is the vision. This is actually it just stressed my vision a lot. I'm glad that Mr. Hassan took me there, even though I told him, Hassan, I don't have money. Don't worry, I get you the flight, I get you the hotel, but it come down to the money. When you don't have money, you don't want to go, you don't want to move, you don't want to do nothing. Just come in here for the meeting is not enough. He say you have to go to convention. It's gonna stress the vision. It is true. It is true. For some of them new, they did not go yet. Please, you have to. You have to go. You have to invest money to get the return back later on. Not now. It's not mean that you go in there, you're gonna come back and make 100,000. I wish that would be me, but it's not. It's take a lot of many days, many months, and many years to digesting, to learn each individual itself, right? Make sure I build myself first before I build the other, So because the convention, the key speaker, they talk, and it just so touching my heart, and I say, holy cow, where am I 10 years ago? Where am I 20 years ago? If I know 10 years ago, I would not invest in the restaurant, trust me, because I put the money there, it's going down the drain, Zoom, 5 years, nothing left. So I learned my big lesson. Some people learn from the book, but myself, I learned to that theory. So because the convention, thank God that 5 years I was struggling. Everybody know my story. I was struggling with the license. I keep going to the convention. Even I don't have money, I still going. I broke the piggy bank. I borrowed from my sister. I never borrowed from my husband because I never returned to him anyway, right? Because he's my husband. And I borrowed with my brother, and I never returned. But when I returned with a little bit of interest, or else they complain, why you borrow my money? You go, you say you're going to make money, but 5 years you can make nothing. But you know what? I end up piling up a lot of debt in my shoulder. But I know that when I got the license, I know that I can make it. And also because the meeting, because the convention, that's why I am what I am today. And thanks for my husband supporting me beside here. But you know what? my husband is enemy too. 4 years and then no in the business, no making money. He tell me to quit. And I say, why do I quit? Because it's 4 years already. I put so much money, I put so much time in. And I go to many conventions, you talk about money, but you don't make no money. And plus your licensing and you keep failing. I say, hold on, wait, this time I will pass, That's why I keep telling him. But he always believe in what I committed to, and I always have that convention in my head that say one key speaker will change my mind. That's how I changed my vision. I changed my thinking, and I'm proud to be in the convention each time, even though before then I don't make no money. I still keep going. Many convention, local convention, I go. Big convention, I go. I don't have money, I borrow the money, and I know I will make money to pay them back one way or the other, but not now. But because the spouse support too, and also spouse killing too. Okay, in my situation, the spouse support 4 years, and then on the 5th year, he's killing me. He telling me to quit, but I never want to quit because I have nowhere to go. And I have nowhere to run, and only this meeting can hold me to build up myself, to build up the future that I want to be, and I want my husband to share what he's supporting back of the bone. Go ahead, Mr.
All right.
Singh.
Thank you, Katie. Good morning. So everyone. So like as Katie, struggling for 5 years. Like John knew, my leaders, they know that what story, and this is true story. Reason why I told her to quit that after 5 years, she's struggling with the license part. That's more important. Even my old daughter, still 2 months she get license, but she never stay in the business. It's too easy to get license. They quit easy. So we learn from that, right? So like I'm part of the business. So Sumi joined 2007. So and then she stuck with the license part. That's a big. I have enough to do a 3 job. So support it. Katie go get a license. 5 years. Yeah, that came, but she never gave up. So that's number one. So the reason I didn't give up either too, because supporting her until today. So she want a lifestyle, and I want to me a new lifestyle for us. So finally, the dream come true. So she did it. I support 100%. Whatever it is, so I just never look at back what the reason, the lifestyle we have 10 years, 15 years ago until today. So we still commit and support and her and whatever we have to done and build the big team coming up. So I recommend all the young people, and they say the only thing now when you join WFG, WLB, so make sure you just put your mindset on 100%. Don't quit too early. So you don't get a license and you say you give up. So the samples that Katie never give up 5 years. So be honest and be proud of the team. I be proud of the Katie, so she never give up. So thank you for letting me share. Thank you.
So convention, make sure I know you're starting up the convention. We all do. We don't have money. If you have $1 million, you will not be joining the WFG anyway, including myself, because we don't have, because we want to build $1 million. That's why, yes, $1 million ahead of you, but you have to go. But you have to go to convention, see the big vision, stretching out your vision, and that's how you're gonna build up the $1 million ahead of you. Thank you. Don't forget to go. Everyone is so seriously. If you want to build a business in this platform, you have to. It's mandatory. If you don't have, borrow for MasterCard, Visa card. Borrow. Come back, pay them off. Thank you.
Amazing testament, Katie. I really appreciate your story, and I heard you made 6 figures as soon as you got your license, because you were, in the meantime, while you were getting licensed, you were building a team. So we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I'd like to pass the baton to Ria Canlas, and I can't wait to hear the story. So you're in for a treat as well to hear from Ria. Go ahead, Ria.
All right. Thank you so much, Henry. Anyways, it's my privilege to share also my story when it comes to big event. But before that, let me just share my screen because I know there are new people here, and I would like to do a real quick of my story, and then I'll connect it with why, how the big event helped me, and also the business, and especially our family too. All right. So first of all, most of you know me that if I put this picture, you have to start smiling. Okay. Because if you don't, again, this baby here is always gonna look at you. All right. So start to smile, and it feels good when you start to smile, right? So anyway, so that's it. Okay, so my story is I was born and raised in the Philippines. I have two brothers and sisters. Youngest in the family, and we're the normal family, right? Average family. My parents are working. They let us finish all college, right? And then also, I got married 2004. My husband brought me here. So 2005, I was 25 years old when I came to US. And my background is also I became an employee. 2005 and 2006, I became one of the doctor's office doing their IT system database. And I got pregnant, and all started in 2007 when we decided, and I decided also to become a housewife. And someone approached me in 2012 to be part of this amazing business. So I joined April 15, 2012. And the only reason that time is I want to help my father to send money in the Philippines, right? So, because, sending money in the Philippines converted to 50 times, that's a lot of money for us, okay? So that's the only reason that time when I joined. But of course, it's not here anymore. So this is the journey with WFG. We traveled. I helped my sister during her also her how do you call this one? Well, she has a cancer, so I help her supplement that needs, and also I build a simple house for my dad, which is one of my dreams for him to have a house that will give him more support on his needs, and of course a lot of countries that we experience and travel with my family. But let's go back with the big event first, right? So I always feel and I always still remember the big first event that I attended in Las Vegas. And this was 2012 when my daughter is only 4 years old. So I joined 2012, right? April 2012. And then they asked me to go June 2012. And I said, okay, I have to talk to my husband. And my husband, very supportive since day one. He let me go, but me and just my daughter. That's the deal that time. Okay, so I said, yeah. So we have to, my husband booked us a hotel for 1 week. So I thought the convention is 1 week because that time they said Monday to Sunday. So I was in Las Vegas Monday to Sunday. And my daughter was so enjoying that trip. But during that trip, of course, I'm driving, my daughter is behind me. And when she cries, the passenger seat is full of food, so I just have to pass the food. So I have to strategize that part too. But anyway, why the big event, right? So when I see that first big event in my life, it's my first time to see a lot of people, and a lot of people in one arena, and it's just a magic that I don't know, because being a housewife, my only mindset is I have to cook, I have to prepare food. I know you're gonna retire at age 65. That's only my mindset. But after that, it really changed everything. And one of the results I shared this before, is if you notice here, 2013, we're just putting some of the solutions that we got during the first few years of my life. So 2013, we started with a small amount, which is 3,437. And then when I saw all this, all these dreams, all this vision, I said, I have to do much more. I have to start putting a lot more. So they let me put 10,000, 4,000, 24,000. And then the total amount that I put in is already 78,000. So the cash value that I have right now is about more than the what I put in. So the reason I'm sharing this one is because that was 2013. Then I delay it 2016. It's the same thing. I get another solution, and the total premium is 70,000, and it's all just almost the same cash value. But when I check this one is at age 70, if I continue doing this, is 317 when I delayed 3 years, right? And then the other one's only 269. So the reason I'm sharing this one is because I wanna share with you the power of time, the power of not delaying the decision, right? So the reason I'm sharing this one is this is one of the reason why how the big event really impacted me and my in our family's life. We already know, or not we already know, we saw the value, we saw how the vision that we want to stretch. And I always share this one that it's not all about the money or making money, it's all about being in control of your life again. That's what really strikes me, because when I see these people sharing, I see myself one of this day, I will be one of them, right? So the reason I said that is because one of the speakers said, if you hang around the barber shop, eventually you will get a haircut. That's so true, right? If you hang around those financially free people, financially independent people, one day you will be one, right? One day you're gonna be part of it. And another one is if you hang around 5 confident people, you will be the 6th. If you hang around 5 intelligent people, you will be the 6th. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you will be the 6th. Imagine when we go to that convention, we're not just talking about 5, we're talking about thousands of confident people, thousands of intelligent people, and then hundreds or thousands of millionaires too in the making. So is there any way we're not going to be part of it? I don't think so, right? That's why I keep attending, because I know I'll become part of that. Not actually, it's not less. Surround yourself with people who push you to do and be better. No drama or negativity, just higher goals and higher motivation. Good times and positive energy. No jealousy or hate. Simply bringing out the absolute best in each other. Right? I love this quote because I'm the person that's very shy. Right? When they ask me to talk, my heartbeat is so loud. Right? But when I see you smile, it feels me so comfortable, because I know even though my grammar is not correct, not perfectly correct, you're still gonna accept me because we're still a family here, right? So no drama, no negativity, no jealousy, no hate. That's what you're going to feel when you are in that life-changing event. And that's why I keep going to the convention, because every year, my yearly commitment is also stretching, and then we do the accountability. So next is surround yourself with positive people who believes in your dreams, encourage your ideas, support your ambitions, and bring out the best in you. Like I mentioned before, these are the people that really gives you those, that believe, they're believing in you. So, and of course, like I mentioned, I will never miss a big event. I will never miss an annual convention, because every annual convention, I thought, I thought 100,000 before is a lot of money. And when I see people can get $1 million, or when I see people get multiple, how do you call this? I feel that it's easy for us to get it. Just like what Katie mentioned, you're gonna feel that. And it's so hard to say to you guys if you don't be part of it, right? And of course, this is the second to the last, right? Some people want it. Some wish it would happen. Others make it happen. And I choose to do the others make it happen, because I choose to do it for my family. And just a reflection on this last stage, my boss arrived at work in a brand new Lamborghini. And I said, that was an amazing car, right? And the boss said, if you work hard, put all hours in and strive for excellence, I'll get another one next year, right? It's a reflection that, am I working hard for my dreams or goals? Or am I working hard for other people or other persons? All right. And again, thank you for letting me share. On behalf of my family, I really appreciate you all and thank you for your time.
Amazing, Ria. Thank you very much for sharing. That always truly touches my heart whenever you share your story, and you definitely affect many of us in a really positive way. So thank you for being such a great community member. And for our second part of our training, I can't wait to introduce this gentleman because I learned so much from him. He's part of our LA Wilshire office, and he's going to be able to share with you. Because didn't you ever wonder, like, hey, how do I describe WFG in a nutshell? Because they say, okay, now I know what you do the campaign. What is it all about? So Andrew's going to show you. I'm literally drawing it out on one piece of paper. So make sure you have your notebooks and your pens ready to go. So Andrew's going to be able to share with you in about 10 to 15 minutes how to be able to put together a quick presentation of WFG. So you have the floor, Andrew.
All right, thank you, Henry. I'm glad to see everyone here on today's Zoom meeting. I know we have these calls every week. Also, at the same time, I see that there's a lot of new people that are part of our team and our business that's starting off. So, to get things started, I just want to let you know we have a great convention that's coming up on July 21st. Which is about 2 weeks away, and we're actually getting ready, and that's why Katie and actually Ria got to share a lot of the personal stories and their motivational key points. And I know they're sharing their motivational side, but you gotta meet these people in person. People in person to really see, what when you look at their eyes, you're gonna see that they're really. There's a reason why they win, and there's a reason why they go to these big events. The reason why they believe in what's happening, because they already achieved a lot of things for themselves and for their family, and they want to share this great information with other people. So my goal this morning is to show you a very simple presentation. I know Henry says one piece of paper, but unfortunately I don't have a piece of paper. I have something called an iPad that I use. It's called a Notability, but I'll use that. But before I get started, I just want to let you know that our head coach has been going on tour so far to talk about the changes that's actually happening in the world right now. As you guys know, we have a lot of different conflicts with different countries, and we also have a war that's going on around the world right now, and it's creating food shortages, and prices of food is going up, and the pandemic that we actually had causes something called a supply chain issue, where a lot of things that we usually we order on Amazon, we get it right away. Now it's taking a week or 2 weeks. I remember during the pandemic, I wanted to buy a new mattress, and I ordered my mattress, and it took me 8 months to get my mattress because of supply chain issues, right? And it's a very common thing. So what I realized, and our head coach, Swan Wen, he was talking about this, the world that we live in right now is very uncertain. It's up in the air, I don't know if you guys understand how the inflation works right now, but price of gasoline is going up. I just how many guys had a good 4th of July? I went to the butcher shop on 4th of July, and I was almost dropped my mouth because I said, oh my God, steak costs almost like $50, $60, before it was only like $15, $20. Now it's getting close to $100 per steak. I was totally shocked by that, Don't even get me started about going movie theaters right now, right? Movie theater ticket. Yes, I'm very young looking, but I'm very old. But I used to remember when I used to go to a movie theater and pay $3 for a ticket. Now it's probably like $30 for a ticket, right? It's a totally different world. But I want to tell you what's going to happen in the future too right now. A lot of times people are talking about the big R word, the letter R, right? And the R stands for something called recession that a lot of people are worried about. What recession means is the economy is going to slow down, really fast. And you're seeing signs of that actually happening for a lot of people out there. And one of the biggest things that people don't realize is that, the job market's really good in the United States right now. But you know what happens when the economy slows down? A lot of these big companies, they need to start cutting their costs, okay? They're going to cut their costs. And should I give you the number one tip? If you have a company and the number one way they cut costs, should I tell you what's the best way? You lay off employees. That's the best way for them to cut costs. And the reason why they lay off employees is very, very simple. They want to raise the stock price, their company's stock price. So if they cut costs and they still operate it the same way and they still make good profit, guess what? They can maintain what they actually do for their company. So, I see in the future right now, cost of living is going up. Our job security is really shaking. So we're in a situation where we really don't know a clear answer. And today, for those of you guys that are here, why you're here today is because our company, WFG, and our team, WSB, we have a clear solution, a clear pathway for you to have a roadmap for you to plan for your family, for your income, for your business, and to have your financial freedom. That's why we're here this morning. That's why we gathered together, and that's why we have these weekly meetings that we actually have. And we have such a great cast of leadership together with us. We have a workshop that's going on. We have a presentation in Spanish that's going on right now. And the only thing that you have to qualify to work together with us is you have to be, as Mr. John Woo says, you have to be good looking, okay? So that's the only thing. So if you look in the mirror and you tell yourself you're good looking, that's it. That's all you need to have to be working together with us. So let me start off right away first. Let me give you an idea, paint you a picture, okay? How many of you guys ever heard of a tire company called Michelin? Have you guys heard of Michelin, right? Man, I just recently learned this. But Michelin is a very old company. I think they're probably one of the first companies that made a tire in the history in the world. But Michelin, they were about to go out of business, okay? They were about to go out of business. And you know what? Some of the marketing guys and the management team at Michelin, they got together and they said, you know what? People need to drive more. They got to drive more. If they don't drive, they don't use our tire, then we can't make tire, we cannot make money, right? That's what they were saying. So you know what? Michelin got together and they created a book called the Michelin Guide. I don't know if you guys ever heard where restaurants, they have a rating system. Michelin says they give them 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, okay? And 1 star, man, they say you gotta go and eat at this restaurant, okay? It's really good food. If you get a 2-star restaurant, they say, man, you should go out of your way to check out this restaurant because you're gonna have a good memory, okay? To go to the restaurant. And if you get a 3-star Michelin, you know what 3-star Michelin is? It's very, very simple. Before you die, you need to go to this place. That's what 3-star Michelin means. So this is a top of the top. So you know what I heard? I don't know if it's a fact or a rumor, but I heard the marketing guys, what they do is they travel to the farthest area in the countryside to find the small restaurant that could give food. And they say, hey, you should travel to this place. And guess what? The people buy the book, they read it, and guess what they do? They get in their car, they start driving to the restaurant. Even if it's 100 mile, 200 mile, 300 mile, whatever it is, they drive. And guess what happened to Michelin? Man, they start to sell more tires every single year. Because why? More people are driving. So to give you an idea of what I'm trying to propose to you, what our company WFG is, man, even though Michelin makes tires, they created a new need. They created a new industry within what they were doing before. It totally changed what actually was happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to my iPad. This is going to be my first time actually trying to use this as a one page because my writing is very, very big. But let me try this and I hope you guys understand this a little bit better. And I've been using this presentation for such a long time just to give people a simple, easy to understand method to understand what we actually do. I don't like these pauses in between. Hopefully you guys can all see this, right? Yeah, I think everyone can see this, right? You can see my face too, hopefully, okay? And you could hear my very, very sexy, nice voice too, okay? Hopefully you guys can hear that. But basically what I realize is this. If you look at the world out there in the financial services industry, there is going to be some guy out there and he has money, okay? And what he wants to do with this money is he wants to save it, he wants to put it into some kind of investment, he wants to grow it, he wants to accumulate it for himself. And the funny thing is, anywhere in the world, even in Canada, in the US, there's gonna be financial companies that help take care of this money for you, okay? They're gonna invest it for you, they're gonna follow the rules and the regulations to make sure it's safe. So in the United States, there's many, many different companies out there. Just to name some of them, there's companies like Everest, companies like Nationwide, companies like Transamerica, companies like Prudential, companies like let's see, what is there? Some I'm trying to write some company names down that you're probably familiar with, like Equitable. These are some of the big companies in the United States. We're talking gigantic companies out there. So if you see these companies out here, all these companies, there's many, many of them. They do different types of financial planning products. Some do some emergency savings, some do like 401k savings, some do investing in long-term savings, some do IRAs, some do what's one of those products in Canada I'm trying to think of. In Canada, they have so many different, I'm pretty sure you guys can probably type it in chat, but there's so many, even in Canada, there's different companies out there. Well, let me give you a key point, okay? This is very, very simple. I'm gonna make it easy for you to understand. These companies at the top, hopefully you can see my red dot here, right? These companies, what they want is they want this guy's money. They want to find more customers that have money, just like how Michelin wanted more tires to go to them, right? But the problem is in the US and in Canada, in order for this money to go up to these companies, it's required by law. There has to be a licensed agent that helps them move this money from down here to up here to all these different financial companies. This is a requirement. Is no questions asked. You cannot go directly and just say, hey, take my money. You have to sit down with a licensed agent. And the trend that's been happening for many, many years, for many decades right now in the industry, is a lot of these companies, they used to have agents that would sell products for them. But guess what they started doing? To cut costs, they started laying a lot of these agents away, and they don't have any more agents, and they really would just want to focus on just the financial products. Maybe it's your college education plan or your 401k. They just want to focus on the investing, the saving, the insurance portion of it. So our company, WFG, we came up with a great idea. We said, boom, we got a great idea. Why don't we do this? Why don't we create a company called WFG? And what we're going to do is we're going to set up a company to get all the different contracts from all the major financial companies in the US and in Canada, and we're going to make agreements with them. And what we're going to do is we're going to be able to get licensed in each state. So all 50 states, we could get licensed. In all 10 provinces of Canada, we can get our licenses. And we have the accounting, set up. We have the rules and regulations that we can follow. Everything is set up, no questions asked, and you could be a licensed agent with WFG working together with them. Okay, that's exactly what we actually do. This is very, very simple. So you know what I realized? Man, WFG has a great vehicle right now. They have a great vehicle where, you know, if you wanted to sell something to your toddler or your family's college education plan, or if you want to do college planning for your kid, we could do that. If you want to get something for final expense for your funeral costs, whatever it may be, or if you want to get some life insurance protection, or if you want to have a retirement income for the rest of your life, or you want to put your money away in some place that doesn't fluctuate too much, you want to have some emergency money. There's so many different companies that offer the product. But what we found out is that WFG is really one of the best vehicle out there that gets you connected. And just to give you an idea, WFG has over 300 plus companies that we work together with. And the company's been around for more than 30 years. 30 years. And we have over 300 different companies out there that we work together with. But what I told you is this. Remember how Michelin had to find a way to get the people to get in their cars to drive? Well, the funny thing is, even though WFG is here and you can get your license, the funny thing is there's no way to really get this guy to go up to these financial companies. And we've been thinking about it, and boom, we found the answer. And the answer that we found out is that people need to have something in between to get from down here, all the way up here. And what that fundamental thing is, yes, you need to be a licensed agent, but you got to work with the driving force to drive this person to all these financial products and services. And the only way that this person could go from here to here is they need to understand and have something called financial education. It's very, very simple. They need to understand and have financial education for themselves. So guess what comes into the picture to understand this? It's very simple. We created a driving force called WSB. We call World System Builders. And we found out there's about 4 major areas that people are worried about when it comes down to their personal finance that they get introduced to. Many people have never taken a class in finance. They have a 401k. They don't know how it works. They get a policy and they just throw it in their file cabinet or they just leave it somewhere and they don't read it. They probably still have their car insurance paperwork still in the back of their trunk. They don't know how it works out because no one's really explained this to them. But there's 4 areas that WSP really wants to focus on to develop the platform. What we have is something called protection, debt management, having emergency funds, and learning how to save and invest for themselves. So 1, 2, 3, 4 things. And with WSB, how we do this is we teach people about financial education, and we created something called the Financial Education Workshop. And just to give you an idea, this morning we have Brian Payne doing our workshop for us. There's 6 different classes to introduce this person about how to get from financial insecurity to becoming financial secure for themselves. So to make this very, very simple, it's very, very simple. WFG is a great company, is a good vehicle, but it doesn't know how to find the customers and move them into having the right financial product. Yes, you could be a license, but I realize just having a license doesn't, I'm Asian, so I can tell you this. Just because you have a driver's license does not make you a good driver, okay? It does not. To become a good driver, you have to understand safety, you have to understand protection for yourself, you have to understand where you're on the road and how to get to point A to point B, and you have to do it many, 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 many times. And that's the experience what WSP brings. So just like how Michelin Guide created the Michelin Tire Factory created Michelin Guide to drive people, to drive their cars, very, very simple. We found out that these financial companies, yes, they want investors. They want people to save their money. But in order to find people to save their money, they got to have somebody who's financially educated to do that. And guess what? WSB is the only team, is the only vehicle, the driver that can get you from point A to point B. The bank doesn't have this set up. Schools don't have this set up. Colleges don't have this set up. We are on the cutting edge right now. There is no opportunity like what we have out there for you today. It's very, very simple. In a world that's very uncertain right now, where things that are happening, inflation, loss of job, a lot of confusion, we have the perfect way for you. Just like I think Ria's quote said it best, right? You hang around the barbershop, you're going to get a haircut. And the funny thing is this, you hang around with us, you become a WSB agent. And you know what? This is a great, this is my last point that I want to show to you. In our business, how it works out is these people, they come in and they become WSB. And you know what? WSB finds more and more people who can work together with us. It's a cycle that keeps continuously growing. And guess what happens? When we have more people become WSB agents, they get their license, they learn how to manage their own money, they introduce other people do it, they start to build a team, and guess what happens? We find more and more licensed agents. And that's the reason why we're the biggest financial service company that has a great platform, but we have one of the greatest driver that allows to have the biggest licensed agent base in the United States. You know what this means? I'm going to teach you what that means. These financial companies up here, they don't have licensed agent anymore. They don't have a licensed agent. Why? Because WFG took the spot to find the most licensed agents out there. They don't have the time, they don't have the resource, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the know-how that we actually have for ourselves. So if you see this presentation, is very, very simple. We have one of the best track records out there. Our company's been around for over 30 years. We're backed by one of the largest financial service company. You see how Michelin drove people to drive their cars to go to restaurants so they could sell more tires? Well, that's probably $1 million industry, okay? WFG, we work in the financial industry. We found a way to get people to drive their future, their retirement savings, their 401k, their college planning, their estate planning, their final expense. We found a way to drive all this business in a $1 trillion industry. There is no industry out there that's going to make you this much money in a very, very short period of time. And it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not a, pyramid where you come in and you join. All you need to do is understand this. We're in the business of finding more people to financially educate. In order for us to do that, we need to have more licensed agents that are financially educated in our culture to understand how to do that. That's exactly what McDonald's did too. You guys understand that? McDonald's not in the hamburger business game. McDonald's is in the real estate business where they have more and more properties that have more franchise owners leasing their property from them. That's how McDonald's makes their money. In our business, it's very simple. We want to find more licensed agents. But let me give you a hint. This is what our head coach said, and it made so much sense to me, okay? If you want to have more schools, guess what you need to have? More teachers, right? But he said, you got to think a little bit bigger. He says, you don't need more teachers. You need more principals to help build a school that's going to bring more teachers to them. So in our business, we want to find more marketing directors. We want to find more leadership. We want to find more Titan X members. When I say these words, you may not be familiar with them, but what we're trying to do is we're going to try to teach you how the fundamentals build a team where you can have a minimum of 10 licensed agents or 50 or 100 or someone like Mr. John Woo who has tens of thousands of agents all across the United States and Canada at the same time too. So that's my short presentation to give you an idea of exactly what our business does. Hopefully gives you a clearer picture, but this is the tip of the iceberg, okay? This doesn't explain everything. The only way you're gonna learn more is you gotta keep coming to our meetings, you gotta come out to our office, you gotta go to a workshop, and let me give you a secret, okay? Go to the big convention that Ria and Katie was talking about. In a very short amount of time, you'll be exposed to a lot of different elements that will help you see the bigger picture. And I think Jose actually asked, someone earlier said, hey, do you know what to do? We know exactly what we need to do. We know how to bring certainty in an uncertain world right now. I'm so excited to share this opportunity with you. I hope you're excited to hear about it and learn more for us, okay? Thank you, guys.
That was amazing. That's stellar. So thank you so much, Andrew. Really, really appreciate it. So to close off our meeting, I can't wait to hear from this wonderful lady. When I was at the Young Guns, she was one of my great mentors and partners, and so she's going to be able to share with you closing remarks. Ms. Flor Patila, you have the floor.
Thank you, Henry. Good morning, good afternoon, like Katie said, good evening, wherever you are right now. So yes, I am tasked to close this session of ours this morning, and I'm pretty sure if you all agree, I would like for everyone to unmute, clap your hands, or do a shake, and to give and show the great appreciation to all the trainers that we have this morning. And of course, our MC, our host, our campaign intro presenters, and our workshop presenter. Don't you agree? They did a wonderful job today, right? So let's give them a wonderful kind of like, what do you call this one?
Jazzy hands.
Whatever, hands, but shake, clap your hands, okay? So I know I'm not gonna have to be taking too much, so much time because we need to spend more time with our teammates as we break out, right? Can you hear me? Okay, you guys hear me? Yes? Okay. So isn't it, we had just an incredible training today, but let me tell you something. You know, right now there are about 80 participants that are present right now. Most likely we could have been here like probably like more than 80, But there are times that when people like would want to know first, what is the training all about? And then when they look at the topic of the training, oh, it's just talking about my story, somebody's story. And maybe it's not really, the training that I want to be in. I want to be trained on the product. I want to be trained on, something else other than just listening to the stories of other people out there, right? So no offense to anybody, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people sometimes think that way. Here again, I have heard that story several times, many times, right? I wonder what is this story all about. But after this training this morning, after these stories that were shared by Katie, by Ria, and even Cheryl Pelonia, who is a brand new member of our organization, did you really feel something and really got inspired about the sharing that was done? Right? I'm pretty sure I don't see you nod, but I know you're nodding. And while they were sharing your story, their stories, they were feeling something different, right? And me too, It brought me back to how I got started in the business. But, you won't hear about my story today because that's not my role. But just a little bit, I just want to mention for those people who don't know me and it's their first time to see me, my name is Flor de Lisa, and I have been in this campaign or this great community, or campaign of ours for more than 2 decades. I am one of the oldies. And yes, I don't get tired listening to different stories that are being shared. So I did a little, I made some notes prior today because I look at the topic that we have. It talks about sharing the story. It could be your story, how you joined, and story related, especially to the big events, how they impacted you, and how the reason why you are here today, right? So the question is, why share our story? So it's because of this, and I would like for you to confirm and validate if what I share with you is really true based on what you have heard today. Sharing your story, like the stories that we have heard today from all these people who have shared, especially Katie and Ria, isn't it that they had inspired us, the listeners? The stories that they've shared can inspire people or can become a very, very powerful vehicle to change the mindset of the listeners. Who are these listeners? We were the listeners, right? We were listening to their stories. So when they shared their stories, what happened? It really had given us some encouragement once again. Would you agree, right? It had clarified some problems and challenges that were the people who are dormant right now in this business, have reopened their minds again. It kind of offered us, the listeners, once again, the courage to embark on a new venture, to get reawakened. If we have been sleeping for quite some time, in this business, we start to believe again that it is really possible. Why? Because Katie did it, Ria did it, so we can do it too. Right? For the newcomers who are here for the first time listening to these stories, in the beginning could not really believe that this is something that they can do, that it's possible for them. The story have just answered that for them, right? When we hear people's stories that they shared, either in this type of setting, and most especially in these big events that we're about to have, these stories can really offer some reality check that your fears about this business can really be solved because you saw that it was possible. The stories that is shared or you listen to can uplift others how to overcome adversities to win big in this business. Your stories, their stories that you hear can help the listeners like us understand what decisions they made and what they did and why they did what they did, And their stories also not only inspire others, but also have given wisdom to what made it possible for them to overcome all these adversities in this business, how they changed and how they want to be transformed, or how they got transformed into what they want to become. So I believe that in closing, I would say this, that never underestimate your own story. People sometimes say, I have nothing to share, no story to share yet because you're not successful. You never can tell. your story will be able to make a huge difference in someone's life out there. But you gotta share it. You have to share your story. I hope in this coming event, you all be present and bring somebody with you. Whatever story you have heard today, they're wonderful, but you'll hear more wonderful and inspiring, motivating stories when you come to RG22. When I started with this campaign way back then, I didn't understand about this business. I was just so, drawn because of the excitement that was shared to me. I have no background in finance. I was a registered nurse. The first meeting I went to, I didn't know what was it all about when they were talking about products. I was looking for tangible products, but there was none. But because I keep going to all these events, that is when I realized what this business is all about. All right. So I really also want to thank, Andrew for sharing with us, how to present who we are, what is WFG, because we have a lot of these questions. He now kind of like gave us like a clearer vision who WFG is, and then how, WFG, functions, and who is WSB as the driver of our business. So that is the reason why every time we come and have trainings like this, our belief get reinforced and get validated. Why we do what we do? Why are we WFG? Why are we WSB? And most especially why we're WLB? Because to end it, it's just because we are simply the best. So I wish everybody out there listening, let's all meet each other maybe after so many years, see each and everyone face to face in our upcoming G22 Dallas convention. So I wish you all the best. And I see you, everyone keeps saying, see you at the top, because they said it's so crowded down there. All right. So that's about it for me. And we all have a wonderful team meeting.
Thank you so much, Lauren. Wow. Thank you for putting that all together. Now it's time for us to implement that. So you're going to go ahead and go into your individual team breakouts. So go ahead, once the box clicks there, click join, and you can work out the details and get yourself set up for G22. Look forward to seeing a lot of you in person there.